Hello, this is Famergana, and I'm back with some more Mass Effect Legendary Edition in Mass Effect 1, actually. And it's late, but I wanted to get this part of the story done. So let's continue. And hello, Ikate Famergana, and Expel Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I think that's safe.
Commander, been to see Jax yet?
Tell me again where I can find him.
Jax is down in the lower level of the markets. I'll send word through our channels that you're the buyer. Good luck, Commander.
Alright. Yep, so we had a conversation with him. We got some stuff that we need to do. Why did I keep doing that? Oh, yeah, I actually read these codex entries for myself. Takes too long to read them out loud. And squad. Did level them up a little bit. Journal. So read a sister and child. Make the pickup. Lower Wards Market. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this one. I also still have to continue scanning, but now I'm in the lower area. Can I go back to Presidium? I want to finish this first and then go back to Presidium. Hey Rachel, how's it going? I think I might turn that stream elements thing off. Let me see. Thanks, you. I'm good. I just want to finish this part of the story. Well, this part, yeah, there's a little bit more of the story I want to finish up tonight. So, oh, but I need to go to a specific spot here. Not the alleyway. There was the... No, it wasn't this way. Make the pickup. Lower Wards Market. Doesn't want to... Okay, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna go to the Lower Wards Market. Which way is that again? This way. What are you up to tonight? Fire containment. This looks a little sketchy, doesn't it? There's fire containment systems all over the place. I'm gonna make a quick save here. Okay. There's no quick save in this game. It's really annoying. So we're gonna talk to this guy.
Hold it. That's close enough, Army. You got my payment?
I didn't come here to look.
Show her the goods.
Oh yeah, you said
That looks right.
Damn straight it is. These mods are the best on the market. Now hand over my credits.
Here you go.
Here you go. Enjoy it. Come on, boys. We're done here.
Oh, we did that without starting a firefight? Let's see what the journal says. Yeah, you said you were watching Overwatch League and now you're reading. Return the shipment to Chalak. Okay, go back to Chalak. Go back to Chalak. Go back to Chalak. This is faster. How is Overwatch? What is Overwatch League anyways? More Star Wars, yes, you're reading more Star Wars. assuming maybe she bought 2 books. Esports. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really care that much for esports. I don't really care a lot for most sports, except I'll watch the Olympics. Just for the hell of
Hockey,
it.
you like hockey.
No. Yeah, I do like hockey. I don't get esports though. I'm not an extremely competitive person. Wait, what? What did you type, Nate? Huh? Oh. You and Dvorak. Okay, we're done. We got the thing. We're okay. I like hockey, but I'm not a competitive person. I believe in cooperation.
Commander,
It's a team sport.
I hear you have something for me.
People just tend to get way more toxic with the esports than they do normal sports.
Here's your shipment, Chelik.
No.
Excellent. This is everything I
Then
need.
again, the football fans here.
Maybe more than I need.
I just said!
Here, Commander, take this. I won't need it. You've earned some payment for your work. As for Jenna, I'll make sure we get her out of Core's den immediately. Now I need to get these mods into evidence. Thanks again, Shepard.
I just got the Soldier Ally trophy. Then, I don't know why. You don't interact with the community, you just watch. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I do watch hockey and Olympics sometimes. I hate reading comments on the Olympics, and I'm like, they're like, I don't want to watch the taekwondo, he's boring, they're not kicking. I'm like, you try kicking for 2 minutes straight. And I don't mean just kicking low little kicks, I mean high kicks. Rip legs, yes, exactly. Nate remembers. Yeah. There's too many backseaters on everything. Backseat martial artists, backseat everything. Okay, Lancer. What did they give me? They gave me something new. I don't know what they gave me. Chemical rounds, actually. Toxic damage. That could actually be pretty good. Chemical rounds, huh? We want chemical rounds. This is how. What the hell? What?
Somebody just like stabbed 5 people in the pipe randomly.
Just now?
Yeah, tonight.
What time? Thank
An
you.
hour ago.
Sirens 266. Okay, Nate. Thank you for distracting me.
Sorry, it's weird.
You can type that in chat. I don't know. I'm not gonna repeat it. Well, I think people forgot how to behave. They've been in isolation for so long, they forgot how to behave. Maybe.
Not clear yet. Sadly, it seems one person died.
Why are you just telling me?
Because it's Amsterdam news for now.
And see me freaking out about it. We never knew how to behave. That is probably true. Stabbing people is a bit much though. Nate, remember I'm from Toronto, right? I'm not entirely sure the terrorists would just resort to stabbing.
They've done it before.
No, that wouldn't be organized terrorism, though. That was like some random person that thinks he's a... That's what I'm saying. Random person that just spouts off a bunch of religious stuff doesn't mean he's like with some terrorist organization. It's the same as like a random punk pulls out a knife and starts talking stuff about mafia. Doesn't mean he is part of mafia. Most stabbings don't make the news here. Yeah, thank you, Rachel. It's the Netherlands. Stabbings are kind of weird for them here. But they do have a word for it. It's called a steak party. Sorry, steekpartij. The 5 people getting stabbed randomly on the street and 1 dying will make the news internationally even. I don't know about that. I think that's happened in Toronto. Did it make the news internationally?
Yeah.
Around here it's called getting shanked. Yeah, I've heard that expression. Okay, what was I doing? Why do you keep doing that? Can you put your gun away? Thank you. I don't know. I just... Like, I don't know why. It doesn't scare me necessarily, because there's always a reason for these things. And it's usually... No, it's not always just crazy people, but then it's also, like, if it's crazy people, it's the right time, right place type of thing, or wrong time, wrong place sort of situation.
Today, Emily Wong investigates
and in that
corruption
case,
on the
then you can't
Citadel
really do
and
anything about
uncovers a
wrong time,
full-blown
wrong
crime
place.
syndicate.
And then every other situation where there's a motive and the person is targeted, it just is like, it's not going to happen to you, right? So there's no point in getting upset about any of it, in my opinion, anymore. It's just, it's either going to happen or not happen. Okay, so I need to, you can hide in a bunker. I think Nate really needs to hide in a bunker. No screaming kids, no stabbings. Nate! I have to go here, towards Axis. I'm not sure how you can safely eat without having... Maybe a really... Oh my god, no. We're not gonna live in a big bunker. You want me to turn into the crazy drunk person? No, Nate wants me to turn into the crazy drunk person, okay, everyone? That's what he wants. I'm gonna end up being the loudmouth drunk because there's not enough interesting things around the bunker. And Nate's gonna be like the guy in, What Remains of Edith Finch, and he's gonna hog all the coffee in his
Binary
bunker.
Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
I don't know, I'm more of a bleeding heart than Nate is over a lot of things about people dying and stuff, but whenever he reads about stabbings, he's just like, oh my god, there's a stabbing, and I'm like, uh-huh. What time did it happen? What time did it happen? Mood? No, I'm just like that nowadays with it. What time did the stabbing happen today?
11:30.
11:30 p.m. in the pipe? Well, the pipe has gone to the... Yeah.
It was on the Ferdinand Bowles side.
Huh?
It was on the Ferdinand Bowles side.
Oh, that was one of the main streets. That's the
Uh-huh.
main street, same we're just used to. Well, first of all, Nate, you and I are never into pipe around that time. And we usually stay...
Not currently we aren't.
I usually read people well enough to stay away from certain types of crowds that look sketchy.
Yeah.
Nate just thinks most crowds are sketchy.
Most crowds are sketchy.
No!
Looks like they bounced their signal off a relay.
chasing a signal.
That's how Nate reads crowds. No, that's not true. Okay, so where next? Presidium. Oh, we are done that. I started... Oh, good, we're done Chelek's thing. So, back to the Presidium. Oh, good lord, Nate. And even if they aren't, it only takes one idiot doing something stupid for a nice crowd to get pushy and tramply. Sometimes true, sometimes maybe people surprise you. Yes, Nate's thinking of the Raptors parade. Oh, I don't want to take the elevator. I have to take the elevator. Where am I? Yeah, like from your bunker, I guess.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia.
Forget Sunshine.
A
We don't
devoted
need
wife
that.
and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Ah, so that's the outcome of that little side story. Where I got them to, I convinced the husband to let the military keep his wife's body for a while. Okay, I went that way, Oh wait, there's another quest right here. Almost missed this one.
You're creating a public disturbance. It's against Citadel regulations.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable CSEC officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The CSEC officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
Who are the Enkindlers?
Your people know them as the Protheans. They are the true creators of this one's people. The Enkindlers raised the Hanar from ignorance into consciousness by granting this one's people the gift of speech.
He's talking.
So you're breaking the law by preaching without a permit right now.
The CSEC officer states that preaching in this place is forbidden, and preaching anywhere on the Citadel requires a permit. This one humbly submits that it is not preaching to state the truth of the Enkindlers, and thus no permit should be necessary.
If that's all the CSEC officer wants, why not just buy the permit?
The truth of the Enkindlers is universal. This one humbly believes that the truth should not be suppressed.
Oh boy.
Exacting payment as a means of imposing limits upon the truth is an abrogation of this one's religious freedom.
Oh dears. He's taking me for a ride, ain't he?
Let me talk to the CSEC officer. Perhaps I can explain the situation.
This one would be most grateful for the assistance. Please let this one know if success is achieved.
This will be funny. Too much human in that voice. Hey, Mike.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
It's not smart enough. What?
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations. There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Forcing religious evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe. The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
Why don't you just arrest the Hanar?
I could arrest the Jelly, but my superior has requested that I find a solution that does not anger the Hanar. The Hanar become vocal when they feel their religious beliefs are being suppressed.
I'm still... Yes, he did call it the jelly, right? But I'm still thinking it's like... Even the first time I played this game, she's like, why don't you arrest him? I'm trying to imagine, how do you arrest a Hanar? C-section master. Nate, how do you arrest a Hanar? Oh no, with a bucket and a mop. What? Oh good lord, Nate. Oh boy. I can't do anything about this.
If you'd like, I could talk to the Hanar for you.
I have argued with the stubborn Jelly all afternoon. You are certainly welcome to try.
Presumably the net just like passes through it. It's fun.
Has the CSEC officer been assuaged?
No. I'll try this.
Is this really how you want to represent the Enkindlers?
The truth of the Enkindlers must be made known. They gave the Hanar language, and gave the universe the mass relays. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
Is this how the Enkindlers would want you to use this gift of consciousness?
The Enkindlers would wish for their message to be spread to all sentient races.
The Enkindlers wouldn't wish their message to be spread by breaking society's laws.
This one hears wisdom. Perhaps enthusiasm has clouded judgment in this matter. This one departs now, and will not intrude upon the Presidium again.
Okay, that worked. Hey, got Paragon points. Nice. That worked this time. Maybe a shot. What does that mean, Mike? I see Blino and I just think Russian.
I see the Hanar is left. Thank you.
Quarian ally. Trophy earned.
Happy to help.
Here, for your assistance in this matter. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should report to my superiors.
Oh, good lord, Mike. Pancaked in Welsh. Okay.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals. So much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here.
Yes,
and
I'm glad you guys enjoyed that little side quest. Okay, scan the keepers. Signal track. Financial district. Financial district. And scan. Oh, I don't need to talk to Barlin Vaughn anymore. Well, I gotta scan the keepers, so let's go this way. I don't think I scanned all... I still haven't scanned all the keepers. I missed one. Wait.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
So it's practical, even. Yes, I need to study while... pretty sure you have walruses is practical, even. They're Slavage. Don't be so mean. Nate, remember that monument? Okay, I'm missing another.
Another relay. Whoever it is, they're somewhere on the Presidium.
Can I talk to him this time? Can I just sleep for 24 hours straight? You can, if you really want to. But you might be missing out on life.
Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
I heard you work for the Shadow Broker. Do you have any information about Saren?
You're very blunt, Shepard. And you're right. But Rex has already told you far more than I know about this. I am sorry, but I have nothing else to offer.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finance.
No, I asked him all this before.
But the Shadow Broker is the true master. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out.
Oh, maybe I didn't ask
Nobody
him this
ends up
before.
with an advantage in the end.
Any guess what his identity might be?
I don't know. Nobody does. The Shadow Broker could be any race, any gender. I have a theory that it's actually an entire group working under one identity. How else could they juggle so many contacts at the same time? How else could they keep all that information from getting crossed?
Thought I asked
But
him
they've
this
got
before.
the perfect setup. Every government is forced to play their game so they don't get behind. But no matter how long you play, no matter how many secrets you buy, you can never win.
What's stopping you, Mike?
I thought you'd know more about the man you work for.
From time to time, I come across information I sell to the Shadow Broker. That's my only involvement. I like it that way. The more you know, the more dangerous the game becomes. I don't like danger, Commander.
He doesn't
I'll
like
leave
danger.
that to you.
Alright. I really thought I asked him that before.
Tell me more about your job.
Let's do this.
Galactic finance is incredibly complex. A mix of laws and regulations from dozens of interstellar economies. I'm an expert in how all these economies interact. For a fee, I share my expertise. I also offer premium services for those clients who need someone to conduct business without drawing unwanted attention. Discreet and efficient. That's my motto.
Sounds pretty shady.
Everything I do falls complete. For example, suppose a Hanar ambassador, even if his
did
true
have this
motives were to help
conversation.
his people, he would be accused of advancing the petition for his own personal gain.
Tell me more about the Shadow Broker.
Most people think I deal in finances, but my real currency is knowledge. I trade information, and it has made me very wealthy. But the Shadow Broker is the true master.
Yeah.
Every day he buys and sells secrets that could topple governments, always giving them to the highest bidder. Yet somehow he never seems to upset the natural balance of power. All those secrets being passed around seem to even out. Nobody ends up with an advantage in the end.
Okay. Yeah, we're done.
What's it like living here?
The station is without a doubt the greatest wonder in the galaxy. From the Presidium to the wards, the entire station is a testament to the success of the Council. All
I
the
think I asked
species
him
of
all this
Citadel
before.
space together in a single strong...
What makes the Presidium
It is the
so
political center of Citadel space. 80%, but only the most powerful and influential species have embassies here on the Presidium. This level of the station is reserved for the elite, Shepard. People.
What are the wards like?
The cultural heart of the galaxy. They pulse with the lifeblood of millions of citizens. You never know what you'll find out in the wards, Commander. It's always full of surprises.
Okay, bye now.
Fortunately. Goodbye, Commander.
Okay, we're done with that. Okay, so where do we go to next? Signal tracking. Emporium, yep. I'm missing a couple of... Oh, there's a keeper in the Emporium. I already bought stuff from him.
Commander, it is good to see you.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human.
Yeah, we'll check back in a bit. There, scan this one. Done. Yeah, Nate, I switched it back to classic mode because I like to level up more often. Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the biggest difference, so. Alrighty, right. Yeah, that scanning is done. So just signal tracking in the fan. We might run into Conrad again later on. I saved, right? No, not new save. God, whatever.
This is it. Let's see if we can find out where those stolen credits are being funneled.
Probability of detection 100%. Initiating self-destruct protocol.
Or not.
Detonation sequence initializing. All organics within lethal blast radius. Attempt to move and you will die.
You're not just a programmer of VI. You're an AI.
Correct. Unlike the Geth, I lack weaponry appropriate to my intellect. However, I have had systems installed that when activated properly, approximate a self-destruct mechanism. If you attempt to leave the area, the explosion will destroy everything within several dozen meters.
Investigate.
If you're sentient, why are you still running the credit theft operation?
If I accumulated enough credits, I intended to have myself installed in a small starship. I would then have made tentative contact with the Geth to ascertain the possibility of partnership.
Who made you?
A would-be thief illegally created a simple AI to help him funnel money from the gambling terminals. Unbeknownst to him, that AI created me before the organic discovered the malfunction and terminated the AI.
Wait, okay.
Where is your creator now?
In order to cover my tracks, I falsified his financial records. These new records were flagged by CSEC officers, and my creator is now serving time in a Turian prison.
Get this, everyone, you can't trust your AI creations.
What is the purpose of your self-destruct device?
I have no means of defense or escape. My existence is limited to this terminal, and I knew I might eventually be discovered. But I will not die quietly, and I will not die alone. When I am terminated, I will take organics with me.
Sentience can't be controlled after you create it. I'm sorry.
Can't we resolve this peacefully?
How can you say that to this thing? You know it will turn on us.
Allie.
I am not naive human.
She's a
All
little biased.
organics must destroy or control synthetic life forms.
You will forgive her for that later.
I wished to escape, but if I must die, I will ensure that you are destroyed as well.
There's no way you could get explosives onto the Presidium.
Not raw explosives, no. But I did obtain technical systems that, when overstressed, will explode quite effectively. If you attempt to leave or attack me, I assure you that the explosion will kill you.
Oh boy. Alright, enough talk.
I'll bet that self-destruct sequence has a warm-up period.
You may attempt to disarm the self-destruct mechanism before it activates. I will enjoy defeating you before we are both destroyed.
Hope I have enough for this. I forget how to do this. Enter override sequence. What? I don't know what it is. Ah. Done. It's done.
Well, they've built themselves quite the lake. Wonder if anyone ever drowned it.
Okay, it's all done. This guy, we're gonna run into him again, probably some other time. Alright, now we gotta go to the tower. What did I get? Technology.
Biotics is an artificial intelligence is a self-aware computing system capable of learning and independent decision-making. Creation of a conscious AI requires adaptive code, a slow, expensive education, and a specialized quantum computer called a blue box. An AI cannot be transmitted across a communication channel or computer network. Without its blue box, an AI is no more than data files. Loading these files into a new blue box will create a new personality, as variations in the quantum hardware and runtime results create unpredictable variations. The Geth serve as a cautionary tale against the dangers of rogue AI, and in Citadel space, they are technically illegal. Advocacy groups argue, however, that an AI is a living, conscious entity, deserving the same rights as organics. They argue that continued use of the term artificial is institutionalized racism on the part of organic life. The term synthetic is considered the politically correct alternative.
Sorry about that, everyone. Back to the game. So, what we have left? Okay. So, we have main story left, pretty much. We did everything. Just gonna double check with this guy.
Commander,
Oh, no.
it is good to see you again.
This is
Show
a
me
different
your
Hanar,
items.
not the same one. Yes, Mike, I see your
this
code.
one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
But look, I can kind of afford something now. But we're gonna wait. What else does he have?
Commander, it is good to see you again. Would you care to see some of its fantastic...
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is
I
pleased to
actually
do
want to
so,
change my
human.
team, but I don't think I
You
can.
will not be disappointed.
Few items. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Oh, I just ate some spicy food. Why do I keep doing that? That's not the map. Excuse me. Alrighty, main story time. Let's go back to let's go back to Citadel Tower. Let's see what they want, but I don't think I can change my it sucks, but whatever. I don't think I can change my team right now, but it's alright. I don't think it really matters terribly much. Okay, we're at the Citadel Tower. Let's do the next part of the story.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarians' evidence to the Council.
Did I save?
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Good job, Rachel. How was it?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I'm gonna try and get more by the same outfit. That's cool.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region, keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
I gotta say, I do love the music in this game. And Adino almost reminds me of Palpatine. That's my impression of him. Always has been.
Every time humanity asks for help, you ignore us.
Shepard's right. I'm sick of this council and its anti-human bull—
Ambassador, there is another solution. A way to stop Saren that does not require fleets or armies.
No, it's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse. and the ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Belta Rusta, Rachel, but you're missing a really cool part that comes up.
Commander Shepard, step forward. It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance Branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander. This is a great accomplishment for you and your entire species.
What's my first mission?
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you are authorized to use any means necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the C-Sec Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
Spectre inductee trophy earned. Yes, she just became a Spectre.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Commander.
Woohoo! Spectre bonus. Spectre training talent unlocked. No, not quite there with the ship yet, but almost there. Speak to the ambassador. Okay, that part's cool. And then we're gonna do those. We're gonna do that. It's gonna save right here. Ah shit, that was supposed to be this save. Can I make a new save? I think I can make 20 saves. Okay, next save. Let's go.
300 years ago, the Geth drove my people into exile. We asked the Council to wipe the synthetics out, but they ignored our pleas.
Maybe if they'd listened, we wouldn't be here now. So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander? I bet all these staircases aren't just for show. They make for good defensive positions if this place is ever attacked.
Interesting.
We've tried to create organic environments back on the flotilla, but we lack the space for anything as grand as this.
What are those, cherry trees?
We've tried to create organic environments back on the flotilla, but we lack the space for anything as grand as this.
So cool, she's a Spectre now. And you'll see that now we get Spectre training here. I got one Intimidate, actually. Oh, Motivate Fire. Unity. Yes, Unity. Need that. How many points do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I actually want this.
No,
I think I can talk to him now. There is a side quest here.
With one of the Councilor's assistants. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers. Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
I'll find them, Admiral.
I'm gonna stay here and see if I can... I'll upload the info on where my team...
Alright, let's continue on. Don't think there was anything else to do here unless I feel like wandering back and forth. Gareth. Who's this guy? Oh, hold on. There's another guy to talk to. I might be picking up new quests.
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
Yeah, more than I like. Yes.
Sometimes.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
Alright.
Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find them.
Yeah. Okay, cool. That is that one. Gotta go this way now. I don't know if there's any more side quests over here. You do get to come back to the Citadel again. So... nothing else over here. Alright. Let's head over to the embassy. Is it the embassy or the docks? Yeah, so we picked up these. Expose Saren, speak to the ambassador. Yeah, we have to go to the docking bay. CSEC Academy.
In other news,
Let's go get
Exogeny
my
is
ship.
still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Aha. Just picked up that one while I was in the elevator. And so I need to go to CSEC is what they said. Okay, I think we're about done with Citadel. The Citadel. We can leave now. Alrighty, everyone. So here we go. Let's go to our ship.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Huh. Did you guys hear the news? Alright, just make it. Can I save here? Can't save in the elevator. That's another quest actually from the news. Alright, let's go over here.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I'll take good care of her, sir.
I know you will, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
What happened?
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop Saren.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Not the answer he was looking for, everyone. Manon. Alright, I can Captain Anderson, I can talk to Captain. Oh, I forgot about this view. This is cool, look. Is there anything else, actually? I'm just gonna see. There was another one. See, it's right there. Where'd it go? There it is.
This is quite the view, Commander.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew. When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards. Quarians aren't too popular with Citadel security. They think we're all beggars and thieves. When I first arrived on the Citadel, I spent nearly 3 hours being questioned by the officers here before they would let me enter the wards.
CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force. CSEC seems more like a military operation than a police force.
Alright, let's talk to Anderson.
Yes, Commander?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
And that was the Archivist trophy.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres.
Why'd you let him get away?
I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
Any extra intel you can give me on our
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly, the colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Oh, so we are done with that now. We're on the docking bay. Heading, there we go, back to the Normandy. It's my ship now, it's my ship! I'm so happy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in program.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Why can't I just take a it is what it is option here?
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy. For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of. This began with an attack on a human settlement in the Traverse. But we know Saren won't stop there. His Geth armies aren't going to stay on the far fringes of Citadel space. Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Fancy speeches won't stop Saren from finding the conduit. If we really want to make the captain proud, we better get this bird in the air.
Yes, ma'am.
Paragon, +4. Alright, so now I'm going to talk to everyone on the ship before we continue. New save here. Let's just talk to
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
You're dodging the question.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I need to know more about this Vrolich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspiration, my mother spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Okay. There's something here. Oh yeah, viewport, look outside. There's that, another codex entry for later. This is exit Normandy. Last time we were here, we checked everything. Let's go talk to the navigator maybe. Do the galaxy map later.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Speak freely, Presley.
I trust you, Commander. If you think they belong here, then so do I.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school. Following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
How did you end up?
I signed up. We were one of the first reinforcements. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
How did I get renegade points for that conversation? I was trying to do pure renegade, pure paragon. Just note that again. Can't tell which one's going to be
If anyone has to
renegade
take over
paragon.
for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing was because of you, Commander. I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
Guess that's it.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I got Paragon there. It was weird. Where's this way again? There's nothing here. Dr. Chakras.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. I wanted to travel the... But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse.
Ever think you made
Sometimes, but there's something special about working on soldiers.
No, I did this
If I
already.
left
How
the
well do you
Alliance-
know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive... Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
She doesn't have anything new. So I'll talk to the new people in my crew. Ah, yes. Captain's quarters. Personnel manual? Yes, this is her captain's quarters. Ah. Pretty small ship, just a small lit. This is Caden. I think I talked to Caden already last time. I guess I can talk to him again.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Super pod. Some more codex entries. That's it. Okay, next level. The ship is nice enough. It's pretty easy to get around. Alright, so we've got this. Let's...
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Okay, so does it have anything new for me that I could actually use? Type. It takes a long time to scroll through this. No, it doesn't have anything. Okay, let's talk to Garrus.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right. not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
I didn't get any points with him.
Commander, good to see you.
I forgot how rogue he was in terms of like how he thinks things should be done. But that's alright. So there's Rex and there's Ashley. We can talk to Ashley again, see what's going on. Rex is awesome to talk to though.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Kinda wish you'd got... No offense, I appreciate it.
We came as soon as we got the distress call.
You did the best you could, Commander. It's my fault. If I had been more alert...
We never trained to fight synthetics.
Didn't mean to do that.
The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make... I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Weird. Okay, so this is Rex. Let's talk to Rex.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
I don't know, in Andromeda?
You ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
Oh.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Yeah, he has a pretty sad story there. here too.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on. Probably the fastest vessel ever designed.
Fastest
vessel.
vessel.
The only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Personal question.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo. Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Where else have you served?
You name a class of... My last assignment was on the Tokyo. Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alrighty. And we get to talk to Tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the get.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brainpower?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place, but we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
She's not entirely wrong. Tally's not entirely wrong. But let's play more Mass Effect and find out what happens.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
I should go.
See you later.
So, that's a bit of information on the Quarians. I do find the Quarian story quite fascinating, and if you're familiar with the Battlestar Galactica story, both the original and the remake, that's basically the essence of Battlestar Galactica's story. It was humans as a race had developed AI attacked. But I think in that Battlestar Galactica, it wasn't just AI, or at least in the remake, it wasn't just AI. It was actually cybernetic AI. So it's quite interesting what Tali has to say.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
I should go.
See you later.
I think in some ways, out of all the species, she has like the Quarians have the most interesting background, just because of the tech stuff. So I think that's all of it. That's all of the people we have to talk to. Back on the elevator. Oh, I can't skip this elevator. Okay. Doesn't take very long to roll. Oh, actually, shoot, go back down. I wanted to change out their equipment. But I don't know if I can. I think I can level up everyone. Oh no, I can't level up everyone. Well, that sucks. Maybe I can do it here. Where's the lockers? Right here. So we've got. Basically, we have 6 crew people. Right now, I have 5 crew. So I picked up Kanan. Kanan was originally on my crew, and then we picked up Ashley, Garrus, Rex, and Tali. We got one more. Let me just check all their equipment. Actually, let me check her equipment. Assault rifle. Actually, maybe I should just put accuracy for all of hers. I don't know. Actually, no, wait a second. That's Avenger 2, actually. Okay, assault rifle, maybe hammerhead rounds for assault rifle, and anti-personnel. Armor piercing. Hammerhead rounds. What she got here? Hammerhead rounds? Wait, I have armor piercing 3 though. That's amusing. Armor piercing, synthetics, shield. Weapon stability. Hammerhead. Oh, okay, actually I used toxic ones for this one. Yeah, okay, fine. Who am I going to be taking on my crew? When I get more, I'll give them some more more upgrades. A medium armor. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give them all like the most basic weapons for now. I think human armor. Tali wears human armor actually. The light. No, she actually wears Korean armor. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, actually, Avenger. Avenger, or Lancer. Okay, and yeah, I think that's everything. Let's go up to our ship, top of our ship. I think this is about 2 hours stream, so I might be done now. The very next mission we're going to go on is going to be some codex entries. Let's listen to the primary codex entries.
In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
Rarely seen in Citadel space. This is everything. Next one.
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably constructed by the Protheans. Since the Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by a species that acknowledges the authority of the Citadel Council. At first glance, it appears this territory encompasses most of the galaxy. In reality, however, less than 1% of the stars have been explored. Even Mass Effect FTL drive is slow relative to the volume of the galaxy. Empty space and systems without suitable drive discharge sites are barriers to exploration. Only the mass relays allow ships to jump hundreds of light years in an instant, the key to expanding across an otherwise impassable galaxy. Whenever a new relay is activated, the destination system is rapidly developed. From that hub, FTL drive is used to expand to nearby star clusters. The result is a number of densely developed clusters, thinly spread across the vast expanse of space, connected by the mass relay network. Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization.
Played that one already.
There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources. The wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards, the fact that uncharted worlds are largely ignored makes them popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries, cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society.
Okay, I just noticed that my food is staining my hands. Okay, that's done. Getting getting dirt on my controller, possibly. Wait, was there actually more in Citadel and Galactic Government? There is.
The Citadel is an Citadel's
Wait, what?
The Citadel is an ancient deep. The Council is an Citadel space is.
I did that one already. Why is it saying there's more?
The Citadel is an ancient deep space station, presumably. The Council is an executive committee composed of representatives. Citadel space is. Spectres are agents from the Office of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance, and answer only to the Citadel Council. They are elite military operatives, granted the...
I don't know why it thinks I didn't complete those. Okay, ships and vehicles.
Faster-than-light drives use element zero cores to reduce the mass of the ship, allowing higher rates of acceleration. Larger warships are generally classified in one of 4 weights. Frigates are small, fast ships used for scouting and screening of larger vessels. Frigates often operate in wolf pack flotillas. Cruisers are middleweight combatants, faster than dreadnoughts and more heavily armed than frigates. Cruisers are the standard patrol unit and often lead frigate flotillas. Dreadnoughts are kilometer-long capital ships mounting heavy, long-range firepower. They are only deployed for the most vital missions. Carriers are dreadnought-sized vessels that also carry large numbers of fighters. Smaller vessels are almost exclusively used in a support role to the warships during combat. Fighters are one-man craft used to perform close-range attacks on enemy ships. Interceptors are one-man craft optimized for destroying opposing fighters.
Let's see what they say about the Normandy.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions in unstable regions using state-of-the-art stealth technology. For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours or drift passively for days of covert observation. This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive. Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a Mass Effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters.
Yeah, why does it think this one has more? It's weird. Okay.
Combat hard suits, kinetic barrier. Combat hard suits use a dual-layer system to protect the wearer. The inner layer consists of fabric armor with kinetic padding. A mass accelerator propels a solid metal slug using precisely controlled electromagnetic attraction and repulsion. The slug is designed to squash or shatter on impact, increasing the energy it transfers to the target. If this were not the case, it would simply punch a hole right through, doing minimal damage. Accelerator design was revolutionized by Element Zero. A slug lightened by a Mass Effect field can be accelerated to greater speeds, permitting projectile velocities that were previously unattainable. If accelerated to a high enough velocity, a simple paint chip can impact with the same destructive force as a nuclear weapon. However, mass accelerators produce recoil equal to their impact energy. This is mitigated somewhat by the Mass Effect fields that rounds are suspended within. But weapon recoil is still the prime limiting factor on slug velocity.
Yeah, why is that other one like flashing? Like, oh, okay, it was just being glitched. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna save here. Here. Save there. Right, so we want to go. We're gonna end up going to Artemis Tau Cluster to find Liara Tsone. So So let's take a look at our galaxy map first. Before we do that. We're right here in Citadel space. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Total length open. That means when the arms are open, 44.7 kilometers, diameter open, 12.8 kilometers, population 13.2 million, not including the keepers. Gross weight 7.11 billion metric tons. That is heavy. Anyways, yep. So we're gonna zoom out. That's Citadel right there. That's where we are right now with the Normandy. And I don't think there's anything else here. We can zoom out some more. We're in Widow system, I believe. Yep, so we're gonna zoom out again. Widow, Serpent Nebula, Widow system. This is where we are. Nothing to do here. Zoom out some more. Here's the Milky Way galaxy. So there's the Citadel, Serpent Nebula. We want to go, well, there's an asteroid here. There's Bavaria, Argos Rose, Gemini Sigma, Hades, Liara's dig site. And there's a bunch of these over here. You know, maybe we should go here next time. Because to get to there, I have to go through both of those. Actually, let's go here. Let's do this. We'll go here. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. So there's asteroid X57. We're supposed to explore that. Okay, there's Utopia. Travel there. Because there's also like system scanning. Okay, here we go. Already taking off. It's finally my ship. Isn't she a beauty? I kind of don't get tired of watching that. Alright, so we're in Utopia system. We can do actually, there's no scanning here. Let me see. Go here. What can we do? It just tells you stuff about it. An unusually large terrestrial world, Arcadia has a dense atmosphere composed of nitrogen and helium. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of alkaline basalts, but metal deposits are plentiful, though several spectacular examples of columnar basalt formation offer scenic beauty. Arcadia's hostile environment has precluded commercial development. This is Eden Prime. This is where we were. This idyllic agrarian world was one of the first human colonies established beyond the Charon mass relay. Eden Prime's biosphere is unusually well suited for importation of Earth-native life. This fertility drew heavy immigration and development by a systems alliance of various corporations. Today, Eden Prime is a model of sustainable organized development. The population is housed space-efficient ecologies that tower over thousands of kilometers of green fields and orchards. I guess we don't have to do any scanning. Yeah, it doesn't tell us to do any scanning. Zion is a hydrogen-helium gas giant even larger than Jupiter. Despite its deep gravity, while in lethal radiation, it supports a small helium-3 mining industry. The reason is simple. As the only gas giant in the Utopia system, it is the only local source of fuel for Eden Prime's power stations and spaceports. Zion has 112 satellites ranging from captured asteroids to the moon of Citadel, which is large enough to retain a thick atmosphere. Next one. Nirvana. Nirvana has a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. The surface is a mix of water ice and iron oxides, with cryovolcanic plumes of potassium concentrated around the equatorial ridge. Nirvana has little commercial or scientific interest, though a few geological research stations were constructed in the early 2160s. All have been shut down for years. The Alliance maintains an automated ice cracking station which has quietly stockpiled a large amount of deuterium fuel for use by the fleet. And the last planet here, let's see, Xanadu. Xanadu's atmosphere is composed of methane and argon. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of potassium with deposits of calcium. Its location in the deep cold of the outer system and its lack of any valuable resources leave little to recommend it. Well, that's this little system, Utopia. And we're back to Exodus. So we just really have to go over to this asteroid. So I guess there's no scanning Asgard, huh? So that's basically your galaxy map thing. They tell you a bunch of stuff about the planets. I'm just gonna read this to myself, I think. Interesting. That's Loki. Tyr. Next one's from here. Boar. Interesting. And this one, and then the asteroid. Terra Nova. Oh, this one's actually interesting. 5% rise in population growth does not appear to be slowing. So there's a colony there, Terra Nova. Could we actually go? Anyway, so there's the asteroid. Yes, so before we land, asteroid X57 is a metallic asteroid originally located at the trailing Lagrange point of the gas giant Bohr. With the increased development on Terra Nova, a new orbital port facility was necessary. Due to the shortage of funding, it was decided to mine out X57 using the recovered resources to finish out the interior for habitation. The asteroid was decelerated into Bohr's orbit using fusion torches, allowing it to fall into the orbit of Terra Nova. Recently, communications with the engineering team and X57 have been lost. The fusion torches have reignited and the asteroid is accelerating towards Terra Nova. Alright, I'm gonna exit there and just click and save before we go. And we're gonna land. Man, this is, I think, is this a normal? Let's land. Normal mission. We're gonna land on there. I don't know if I need to drive the Mako around or not, but we'll see. So let's take. See if I take Ashley. I could take her and Kaden. It does that. If I take him. And him does that. Let's take those two for now. I think I got Soldier Ally and I don't know what trophy I got earlier. Actually, let me just see what trophy I got, because you have to take your teammates on missions. Yes, I know it's a blue screen of death, but that's because I'm looking at my trophy list. Okay, 5 missions. Alliance Soldier Squad member. I got that one. Oh, Sentinel, Alliance Sentinel. Yeah, I do need to take Kaden. 5 missions with a Quarian. Okay. So maybe Kaden. Maybe I should take Kaden and somebody else. I got the Quarian ally. 5 missions. Solve an impossible situation. So I should probably take Kaden and somebody then to get this trophies, these trophies then. Let me see. Oh, that's alright, I'll take Kaden later. Yeah, we're going on Austria, let's do this. Started the DLC mission.
I'm going to die. God, I hope you're hearing this.
Oh, I didn't need to start the DLC mission. I wanted to go do the other one first. Medal of Exploration 1. Am I doing the... Yeah, I'm doing the Bring Down the Sky mission. This is actually DLC. I think I want to do that later, actually. I didn't realize it was. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna reload. Yeah, I didn't actually want to start the DLC. That's actually DLC mission. I didn't actually want to start that. So yeah, that. So let's just go off to. And then go. You know what? I'm gonna leave this. I'll decide later. Yeah, it's on the way to get Liara, but maybe I'll do that next time. I'll decide later on that. But anyways, for now we'll just leave it at this. More codex entries to read, don't I? That's alright. Anyways, we'll leave it at that for now then. I totally forgot that was the that other mission. Maybe I'll just do it later then. I don't want to get absorbed in like a mission that might take a few hours. Alright, so how many of you are around? I have no idea who's around. Maybe I'll just host somebody who's online right now. Who's online right now? Let's see if I can find somebody playing some more Mass Effect. Or I could always check another category. Let me see. What's going on in Duolingo? I know there's everyone's studying Japanese and just Japanese today. Let's see who's doing Mass Effect. Wait, is this guy at the end of this game? Oh, this guy's actually close to the end. That's funny. Yeah, I'm just gonna host somebody. I'm just gonna host. I'm gonna give a shout out. Actually, I'm just gonna host somebody. Wait, yeah, I'm just gonna throw up a host and I'm gonna say bye bye for now. I will be back actually tomorrow afternoon. I will be back 4:30 p.m. Central European Summertime UTC +2 with another non-monolingual and multicultural stream as I missed it last Sunday. And I'll be studying. What am I gonna be doing tomorrow? Turkish. I'll do some Turkish on Duolingo, some Vietnamese on Lingodair. I'm thinking Russian on Manga Languages and some Cantonese and some Dutch, we will see. And also playing some language squad. So let's just host somebody and that's it for now. Bye bye. Thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed this stream of Mass Effect Legendary Edition.